when I go to my favorite hamburger place, I always like to put a few worms on it.
Fame. A four-letter word that drives the human race insane. Some people dream of it their entire lives, and some people will resort to literally anything in order to achieve it. For example, and probably what most people think of when they decide, you know what? I want to be famous. Dedicating your life to becoming the human who has eaten the most worms in history. I know I've been there. Meet Mark Hogg, the man who holds every single world record that has anything to do with eating worms. Why? Well, like I was saying earlier, some people will resort to anything as long as it gets their name in lights. Not sure what lights we're getting here, but hey, that is the goal of Mark Hogg, and no, I'm not just assuming. In the video we're going to be watching, which wins the award in my book for the greatest titled YouTube video ever, he likes to eat worms because he's the worm man. He pretty plainly states that he started eating worms because he wanted to be famous for a world record. Could have, set the bar a bit higher, Mark. Before we start, if you're eating, I recommend you put it to the side. Actually, no, I recommend you finish it. You are not gonna want to eat after this video. It's pretty gross. Okay, fair warning. But before we begin, I want to talk about today's video sponsor, Picma Photo Enhancer. When it comes to YouTube, thumbnails are one of the most important parts of a video, so I'm always trying my best to make eye-catching thumbnails. One of the biggest problems, however, is that a lot of the videos that I cover tend to be pretty low quality, so capturing a thumbnail can be difficult. However, Picma has solved that problem for me. Picma allows me to take what would otherwise be a low-quality screenshot from a video and use their AI to enhance their quality and create high-definition thumbnails. For example, it turned this picture of Jack into this. That's beautiful right there. You can use this feature to enhance blurry photos, restore old photos, or just get a higher quality look for your images. However, photo enhancement is not all that is available on the Picma app. Picma also allows you to generate cartoonized pictures, turning normal selfies or photos of friends into cartoons or comics. Picma has other unique features like bringing still photos to life, allowing you to take what would otherwise be just normal photos and transform them into moving portraits. Being a quick, free, and easy to use app alongside numerous other features like colorizing black and white photos, or even turning pictures into paintings, Picma is an app that everybody can find a use for. So if you'd like to be able to retouch those blurry photos of family or friends, or maybe just create a fun new avatar for social media, click the link in the description to download Picma and get started today. Once again, I'd like to thank Picma for sponsoring this video. Let's begin. Please subscribe.
Hey! Hey! Check this here. Before you do anything else, like, subscribe, and share. I want a TV, or I'll hit you with another. Ah!
Well, I mean, you heard the man.
Yeah, when I go to my favorite hamburger place, I always like to put a few worms on it. There's no one trying to get out of there. Oh, there's one trying to come out.
If you're watching this video and you happen to know anybody in politics, could you ask them to lobby to make this specifically illegal? Can you imagine you're going out for a nice meal, enjoying your day, and then you have to watch as a man eats 75 worms with his lunch? That's gotta be disturbing the peace at the bare minimum.
Welcome to Shelbyville, Kentucky. I am the Worm Man.
I started eating worms because ever since I was 11 years old, I wanted to get in the Guinness Book of World Records. And it's hard to break a record. It's easier to set a record. In 1998, I set the world record of eating night crawlers in 30 seconds.
I refuse to watch this segment of this video again. If you would like to see this, go watch the original video, but I promise you, you don't want to see it. Just really consider the sheer amount of worms here. This is not your average worm slurp. This is a mega worm slurp. Once you see it, you can't go back, okay?
The crawler goes down my throat. It's a little gritty, and I can feel them turning around in my stomach for a few seconds afterwards. Nightcrawler is like a gritty taste. It tastes like dirt and doesn't taste like chicken. When I'm getting ready to do this world record in a month from now, I will be practicing every 2 days. I'll throw 200 down every 2 days.
I know we've already answered this question, but why? Why are you still doing this to yourself? Are you at risk of being dethroned? Is the worm-eating world record category a competitive category? Is the Worm Man of Kentucky on your heels or something? Why would you keep doing this to yourself? You're already known as the Worm Man. Is that not enough, Mark?
When a nightcrawler goes down my throat, it's a little gritty, and I can feel them turning around in my stomach for a few seconds afterwards. After I ate the nightcrawlers, they dissolve so quick, you cannot throw them up. They come out in liquid form, and you see no trace of them afterwards.
I just saved you from having to watch a man snort a worm up his nose. You can thank me later, okay?
My dad has been eating worms way before I was born. Even though I'm a tomboy and I hang out with a lot of guys, most of them think it's really weird that he does eat worms. I'm used to it.
Around town in Shelbyville, I'm known as the Worm Man.
Stop playing!
Now, you see that? I don't want to see you eat that. Here you go, watch it.
You're telling me this is legal? You're gonna look me in the eyeballs and tell me that this is better than having a drink in public? That terrorizing children with your worm-eating antics is better than having one too many on Margarita Monday? I won't stand for that.
That's the coolest thing I've ever saw. He liked it. He liked it. I'm the guy that eats all the worms. Oh, I don't know what's that.
Thing.
I've always encouraged my dad to eat other things beside worms. Sometimes he mixes things together, like putting worms on a hamburger.
Yeah, when I go to my favorite hamburger place, I always like to put a few worms on it.
I mean, this can't be particularly healthy, can it? I'm sure that the Worm Man is getting like well-sourced worms, probably farm-raised worms if anything, but if not, can't these things carry like really bad bacteria or parasites? Is this really worth the world record in an occasional YouTube interview? I mean, I'm sorry to be the one to say this, but I think the novelty's worn off.
I get all my worms from nightcrawlers from Karen's Bait and Tackle, and he's got the best tasting worms in the country.
My name is Fred Jury, J-U-R-Y. I'm the owner of Karen's Bait and Beverage in J-Town, Kentucky.
I usually eat worm 2 or 3 times a week. When I go to Karen's Bait and Tackle, it's like a big buffet for me. I never go away hungry. I get crickets.
They're nice and juicy too. Scrumptious.
Minnows.
Got plenty of shiners and minnows in here. Oh, friend. This is better than sushi.
Mark, oh Mark, this is not a good look. I mean, just eating this stuff to eat it seems completely pointless. I mean, I think you could make something out of this. I remember the boogeyman on WWE used to walk into the ring eating worms. I'm sure people would pay for this, like in a movie or a TV show maybe. Not a whole lot of people want to eat worms. You're giving your talents away for free, Mark.
Every time I go around, everybody dares me to eat a worm, so I usually eat a worm 2 or 3 times a week around Shelbyville. The Guinness World Record holder is 200 worms in 30 seconds. Currently, the record holder is from India. Well, he took it away from the Americans, and he said so. Well, today I'm saying we're bringing it back to America. Go USA. There's the flag right behind me.
Mark, that is quite possibly the worst thing you could do for your nation.
9, 2, 10, 215.
I'm going to attempt 215 in 30 seconds, and we're bringing back the American Championship.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Halfway. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right.
I mean, at least he's dedicated, right? We've got a real American soldier in the flesh, a true red-blooded patriot, making sure nobody ever takes from us the one thing that makes us an American, our holding of the Guinness World Record for most worms eaten in 30 seconds. Yeehaw, baby. Well, guys, I was strategic with this video and made sure that I recorded it at, let's see, 3:34 a.m. Make sure that my body and brain have a good amount of time to reset so I can allow myself to eat at some point. If you watch this like before dinner, I am truly sorry, but I did kinda warn you, so it's kinda your fault. I take no responsibility here. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and walk on over to that subscribe button and touch it. It's free. It won't cost you anything. But for now, that's all I have for you today. Bye.
Subscribe.